Hello, everyone. Emilah here for a lovely solstice meditation and a bit of guidance that's coming through about this year's solstice. So, the solstice for 2024 is on December 21st, and you're receiving this email and recording on the 20th. So, the solstice energy lasts for a few days before and after. So feel free to use this in any of the days leading up to Christmas and afterwards, even if your life is full right now and you don't have time to pause. Because that's really what this is. It's an opportunity for you to pause in the darkest part of the year, the shortest day of the year, and go inward to really notice what's alive for you, what's gestating, what is coming to your awareness, bubbling up for you to tend to. So it's a very interesting time this year. The fourth Mercury retrograde of 2024 completed on December 15th. And that was a very ripe opportunity for us to look at communications and commitments and review what our plans were and take the opportunity to shift them as we move into 2025 if things are not working for us or we had new opportunities to come into our awareness. And then on December 6th, Mars went retrograde and will be retrograde until February 23rd. And that is a great support for our inner explorations because Mars is an active, fiery planet and it is kind of cooled by the retrograde. Things slow down. We have an opportunity to review and consider things before we react. So, one of the things I've noticed since early November is a lot of fear, particularly financial fear, in the collective since the election. And I get that there is a lot of uncertainty and there is a lot of fear about what may come to pass over these next 4 years. And remember that in mid-November, Pluto's shift from Capricorn into Aquarius supports us in leaning into our communities to support and soothe each other. There will always and have always been major crises and challenges on the national and international level. But when it comes right down to it, we can make the most change by supporting the people right within our community, making sure they have the food and the housing and the support that they need to live fully in their lives and to release their fear, even in the face of very real threats. So it's not that the threats aren't there, it's that we do not carry a resonance of fear through our daily lives, but we are aware of it and take care of ourselves nonetheless. And so I hope you'll take this time during the longest night of the year to go inward. And this next meditation that I'm going to offer allows you an opportunity to do that and an energetic way to release some of your fear and notice where you can step forward. So at this point in time, just really settle into a seat that's comfortable for you. Could be cross-legged. It could be sitting with your spine straight up, maybe kneeling, or on a couch or favorite chair. If you'd like to lie down, that's a lovely option as well. But begin to let your body settle into its place. Begin to let your mind settle on your breath. If it's comfortable for you, close your eyes or gaze downward at a point on the floor in front of you. And begin to notice how the breath is coming in and out of your body. Is it shallow, coming just into the upper lungs? Or is it deeper, coming all the way into the belly. And if you notice you're breathing in a shallow way, allow yourself to breathe more deeply, in through the nose, out through the mouth, to a count of 6 or 8, so that everything in your nervous system begins to slow down. And your focus begins to come inward into the deepest recesses of the body and soul. And as you're deepening your breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, begin to imagine that that breath is a golden color, that the golden light frequency is coming in and releasing from you with each breath. And this golden light brings in unconditional love. It soothes our nervous system. It allows our bodies to relax, to lean into our soul's work, our soul's knowledge. Allow that breath and golden light to start to permeate all of the cells and tissues, organs, bones of the body with each breath in and out. Allow your shoulders to soften, your neck to release. Feel your feet on the floor or your sit bones on the chair. Allow your spine to be long, but to not effort in keeping it that way. And as you let go of that visualization of the golden light, know that it's already there. It's permeated your whole being. And it is nourishing and filling you with unconditional love, light, hope, and peace. And now, as we go further inward, I'd like you to scan your body. From the top of the head, just begin to gently scan the body and notice where there's a place that holds a constriction or a tightness that really calls for your attention. Maybe there are several of them. And just notice the one that has the most energy, that wants your attention the most, and start with that. You can always come back and listen to this meditation another time to work with the others. So bring your attention to that one space where there is a constriction calling for your attention. And just bring your awareness, your attention to it, and breathe into it. Notice the color, the texture, the sensation. If there are sounds coming from it, all you have to do is witness these things. There's nothing for you to do yet. And just notice in your mind, name them in your mind, what the colors, texture, sensation, or sounds are in that space. And then begin to be curious about what that energy has to share with you. You might even ask it, what's happening? How can I support you today? What do you have to share with me? And then just listen, breathe, and notice what arises, knowing that it is this aspect of yourself speaking to you. You might also ask, is this mine? Sometimes we have places of constriction in our body that we've taken on for somebody else. Regardless, we're going to ask for what it needs, and we're going to listen. And then begin to breathe into it as we're listening. Just notice what happens as you bring your attention to those spaces and you give that unconditional love and curiosity to that place of tension or constriction in your body. Observe what happens. Do you hear something? Do you sense a change in the colors, the textures, or sensations? You might ask what it needs from you to release, if anything, and notice if you're willing to offer it. These might be simple things. It should not be complicated. It should not be a 10-step process. It simply be a small knowing, an acknowledgement, a clarity. You might notice if it's not yours, if you heard no, this is not mine, you get to have a conversation with it in terms of finding out how it served you. And is it ready to leave? Or are you ready for it to leave? Because if you are, you can ask it to. And in that asking, you're going to allow it simply to take on and transmute into its next iteration. You don't have to send it back anywhere rudely. You don't have to, just gently ask it to leave. Thank it for its service and gently ask it to leave. Once you're finished with the interaction of this space, this constriction, once again, notice, how does that space feel to you now? What has changed? Is the space empty and does it need to be filled with something? Sometimes just bringing in a white or golden light into a space where something has released can be quite nourishing. Notice how you feel. What emotions arise? What comes up in your body? And also notice if there's a new awareness of something in your life, new feelings, new actions to take, or an affirmation of a direction you've been considering going. What do you notice you're looking forward to because of this shift? If there was a shift for you. And now releasing the thinking, the exploration, the observation, and moving back into that quiet golden light. Just allow your whole being to sit in that golden light for another few breaths. Allowing the light to come in and out as you breathe. And maybe settle in your heart space. Settle your attention in the heart space. And then settle your attention also in the belly. You might put one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly and allow yourself to be breathed. Feeling the energy moving between these 2 points, the heart and the belly. supporting each other, nourishing each other, and nourishing the chakras and points in between. You can stay with this breathing, noticing the movement of the energy between the heart and the belly for as long as you'd like. And when you feel complete, allow your hands to drop and your eyes to gently open. Take your time coming back into your body. And if you have a journal nearby or a phone that you can record on, take some notes. What was this experience like for you? What do you know now that you've moved inward, released some constriction? Now, what is available to you? What new awarenesses, what new actions, what new bits of light during this dark season bubble up for you? Thank you for listening and participating in this solstice guided meditation. Obviously, you can use it over and over as many times as you need, and not just at the solstice. It's a beautiful opportunity to help you clear any energies that don't feel quite resonant for you. But the solstice is a great time to go inward and do this, because as the light begins to grow over the course of this winter, so will your awareness, so will your new possibilities, so will the seeds emerge that you'll be planting. And we can hear them, see them, recognize them best when we get quiet and trust ourselves and our souls to know where we're headed, even when it seems kind of funny or odd. So, solstice blessings to you. May you enjoy this wintering, this time with less light, knowing that the light will reemerge a little bit every day through the spring until we reach the summer solstice. And if you celebrate the Christmas holidays or Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, may you enjoy those times with your friends and family as well. Many blessings.